So now that we've looked at how we build a web form, you can see again, wizard driven, very easy, drag and drop and able to build. We talked about the web services. Remember, we called out web services are also driven by a wizard. So we went in and we had to check for a value. So we go over here and we're going to basically click on here and we're going to say next. We're going to come here. We can create a new web service, use an existing web service. In this case, we're going to use an existing one, which is our CRM one. That goes out there and checks the value. We're going to say next. Once we click here, we can see that we have the service for the CRM and we have different values that we can pick that need input for it. Here we're going to do get request charge because they told you to be a charge. We come in here, we need two values that need to be input into it. So we're going to sit here and we're going to click on this. And again, here's a very familiar view that you saw when we were dealing with the data for the actual reporting and things. We're able to come right in here and get the information that we need to be able to satisfy what this request is going to be able to need. So we can go in here and basically come in here and find the customer ID, double click on it, and it's automatically populated. No coding required. We have the request ID, customer ID are both input values that we need for this. We're going to say finish. Once we're done with that, the web service has now been satisfied. It will go out, make the call, and bring the value. So we can see in this step where we had to decide, if we double click on this, approval not required, here's the return value. Just again, very simple. If you look at it, approval not required, we go in here and we use what we call the rules wizard engine to be able to go out and get it. Again, you can see down here we have information. You can get the data you need. We have plus, minus, ors and things like that just by clicking on stuff. You can say, or, and you can go over here and we have functions to allow you to convert data and things like that. So wizard driven, very easy to use, allows you to build that web service and consume the value on the back end. In addition to the web service, we also have the business rules that we talked about. So remember, we talked about request being escalated because it's possibly overdue. So we click on this, again, we're into a wizard-driven engine allowing you to say, okay, this is a 10-minute pass since the process request of the creation. We want to do something. We're going to move forward. We have different types, standard, activity, timer, time-based. In this case, we just want to put a timer on it. We're going to pick the activity we want to put the timer on, and we're going to say after 10 minutes, we're going to escalate this, and if it's already done, skip it. So you can see, very easy, wizard-driven, can be rules can be put together on a particular thing, and once we're done, we're going to close. So we see once this fires off, and it's true, it's going to send out a message to the particular person. So in closing, again, you can see very easy to create forms, create messages, build out the workflow. Again, I'd like to reiterate that it brings collaboration between the business analysts and the IT team. It allows for faster development time and changing stuff throughout your organization. You can put in things and integrate into back-end databases, call web services, talk to SharePoint, or many other functions within your organization, be able to build a more effective process. And it also allows for quicker change and rapid adoption within the organization.